Like the wilderness, it should be explored.
Have you heard of this festival in Orlando?
Princess Berry, hey, we're in downtown Orlando today for something a little bit different because that's your #1 choice of food entertainment. We got new stuff. Well, not new. We've done this before if you've been here for a while.
This is our second time at the International Vegan Food Festival hosted by the Orlando Bearded Vegan.
You had us international, you pulled us in with vegan, and we like festivals. So we're going to go chew a lot of vegan food today because remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's go get some plants.
Be sure to save the animals.
You heard the girl. We're here at the VIP portion of the event that starts an hour before the event officially opens.
Thank you, Orlando Bearded Vegan.
Yes. He did host us out here today so we can come check us out. We were planning to come anyway, so it just kind of works out. But there's so many food vendors to try. I don't even know where to start. We're just start at the end and then work our way back that way. And then there's like another hallway there, so we have tons of food to choose from.
So many things.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to eat it all, but we're gonna try.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We have some beautiful vegan gator bites, which is just cauliflower. But look how amazing this cauliflower looks. Disney would never. God, it looks so good.
No, you didn't have to eat the whole thing at once, right?
Not only was that spicy, that was amazing. The breading on that reminds me of like old school Dharma. That is incredible. I love this cauliflower. I didn't know what I was going to expect going in with a gator bite, but this is really good. This is a 4.75 out of 5 cauliflowers. I wish Disney could take notes from this because this is incredible. It only gets minus points because the bites are not bite size. They need to be a little bit smaller.
These bites are chunks. Now, you see they nickname these the gator bites, but they're cauliflower wings with an array of sauces. But like they look beautiful the way they're covered. We have tried like cauliflower wings at the house before, never like gator season. Nowhere near this good. They're based out of Gainesville, so the name makes sense. I can definitely understand how they get the nickname Gator Bites. They definitely have that like punch of spice and that seasoned breading that you would normally see on Gator Tail. Now, Gator Tail is a tough protein for the non-vegans out there that are watching and happen to be here. Now, you're being here, 1. 2, this is not going to convince you that it's Gator Tail. Now, if you're going to come and tell me these are cauliflower wings, here's some of the best cauliflower wings that I think we've ever had. That spice has me front of the mouth like a 3.5, 4 on a spice scale, and they taste wonderful. It's heat and flavor. Remember, heat without flavor means nothing. Heat and flavor is like that holy grail, and that's about where this sits. I give this 4 out of 5 plus. But tell us about what you got here.
So I have kava. This comes from the Polynesian islands. It's all natural. It comes from the kava plant, the root of the kava plant. And I just infuse it with different flavors. Today I'm trying to promote my slushies. So it's kava infused slushies. And then I have a raffle going on too. You could enter and you can win like a water bag and 6 kava packets.
It's not very often you can have a crab ragoon that's vegan, let alone crab cream cheese. I don't know. Bear and I never get to have crab ragoon. Cheers to the crab ragoon that's saucy. It just tastes like crispy wonton to me, which I don't mind. But I thought there was supposed to be like some cream cheese or something in here to make it more like, I don't know, crabby? It just tastes like a fried wonton to me. I'm gonna give it like a 2 out of 5 ragoons. This is not the ragoon I was expecting.
Crab ragoon, you get our hopes up. Like literally like crab ragoon, finding something vegan that tastes like crab and then the cream cheese and something fried. not an easy feat. So like we're hoping that there's something in here. You see like this little hollow mass here. I'm gonna dip it and we're gonna bite to investigate. It really is just fried wonton. I feel like there's something in there, like some seasoning, but like it looked like it cooked out or like seeped out because they weren't really sealed very well. It has potential, but it needs filling to be a crab ragoon. Like otherwise, it literally is just crispy wontons with a sauce. Hibachi 88 is a new booth for us. We've never seen that one before. At any of the other vegan festivals we've been around here in Orlando or a Apopka area. So maybe I'll give them another try at another festival or even seek them out if they have brick and mortar. I mean, you guys have been and tried Hibachi 88 before, or you'd like to see us try more, let us know in the comments. I would give it 2.5 out of 5 claws. It has potential. It's got a long way to go.
One thing I told Bear that I'd absolutely 100% needed when we came today was Ethiopian food, and we got this beautiful platter. Luckily, the Romay Ethiopian, they hooked us up with extras, so we got sambusa even though I didn't ask for it, and that's literally my favorite thing, so I'm starting with that. That was really tasty. It almost reminded me of the sambusa coffin from Universal, but it has more of a like kick to it, more of a heat to it. I would give it like a 5 or 6 out of 10 on the heat scale. Like I need a drink for that. It's really good. I'm really biased on Ethiopian food though. This one is amazing. I'm just gonna say that.
Another Ethiopian place. Ethiopian food lends itself very well to being vegan. Most Ethiopian places we've been to can easily modify or have most items that come naturally vegan in the first place. So like eating Ethiopian food is like an everyday thing for us. We tried it at one of our favorite Ethiopian places, now Ethiopian International Boulevard during COVID. Since then, we're addicted. So when we come up, that bar is high. And the owner of Mal, if you're watching, I'm sorry for cheating on you, but it's a food festival. What am I supposed to do here? I like the flakiness of the sambusa. Sometimes you get them like overly fried and hard, or like the wrapper's too thick. Ooh, that's spicy. That's a creeper, like Sydney Sweeney style creeper. Like it started at like a 0, and in the back of my throat now it's at like a 7. But that was very good. Getting the samosa that we both like is very, very hard. It's usually like one of us likes it, and the other one hates it. That is extremely good. Probably like a 4.5 out of 5 plus. I would take more of those.
Now this is something we don't usually get in Ethiopian place, and they asked us if we wanted it on our platter, and I said hell yeah. Tofu. I don't know what Ethiopian tofu tastes like, and I'm really excited to try it. It kind of tastes like sofrito tofu, but it's a little bland. I don't know if I'm feeling that. I'm gonna give it like a 3 out of 5 tofu. It's good, but it's not the best tofu I've had.
It's a nice little help. You got some peppers and tomatoes in here, a little bit of onion. Tofu in Ethiopian is like the princess's dream. If there's some other spots to do tofu in Ethiopian, I would be interested in trying those. But as for this place, it has potential. I feel like the tofu needs to marinate in the. I'm getting the princess's like sofrito sort of feeling for him, like the tomato base of the dude. It needs to marinate in there a bit more because like the flavor is just on the outside, and once you bite into the tofu, it's just normal tofu. It's good, but I think it could be better. Give me that 3 out of 5 plus.
One of my favorite Ethiopian salads, azifa. Usually you get it with injera and you eat it all together. Now usually the azifa that I have is a little more jalapeno in it, so it's like a little bit of a crunch to it. This is more lentil forward. I don't know if I like that. I would give it like a 2 out of 5 lentils. It's not as good as Nile.
Good. These delicious looking little like azifa is normally served cold, which is what this looks like. like a tangy but like crunchy sort of texture. If you've never had lentils like that, it probably will be a surprise for you, like the consistency of it. But it's very good. It makes a very like chilled salad. It's an appetizer normally. But feel free to mix it with anything. I know that sometimes you see people eating Ethiopian food, and you see them using the injera and using their hands. While that is the way a lot of people eat it, don't be afraid to use a fork. I'd much rather you eat Ethiopian food than not. So eat it however you're comfortable. That is good. Not as good as some of the others we've had, but it's a solid dish and I have no complaints. 3 out of 5 stars.
Monsieur Wat is usually barberry season and one of my favorite spicy Ethiopian things. This one is like watered down barberry just for like a spice for all palates. I would give it like a 3 out of 10 on the heat scale. Slowly building, but yeah, not my fave. I think I would take something else over this. I prefer my own to that. Definitely go to Nile or Salem over this place for that specifically.
Let's go ahead and dig in here to this Wat. Every time I say Wat, I think Watto, but I'm a nerd, so ignore me. I'm getting the savory, but I feel like they're mixing a little bit of sweet in there, which I'm not used to in Miniature Wok. I usually just get a bunch of savory and seasoning. It does have a little bit of kick to it, and they feel a little bit more less reduced than we normally get them because there's still some liquid in there that makes the consistency a bit different, but it's still Miniature Wok. It's still a familiar flavor, just not what I was expecting. 3 out of 5 stars.
This is Yakik Ali Cha. This is usually my favorite. It's usually a split yellow pea meal, but they're doing it with chickpeas, which I'm not mad at. Normalize Yakik Ali Cha with chickpeas. That is so much better than split yellow peas. I don't even want to share that with Bear. That's a 5 out of 5. That's a Princess Peas item. If you don't eat anything, eat Yakik Ali Cha with garbanzo beans.
It's interesting seeing like things that we cooked differently. I think a lot of these food festivals we actually get more ideas of like ways we can cook things at home, because these are things that we already make regularly at home. Just different ways and different ways to season and cook them. Come out to a food festival, make a day of it. Trip out here to the International Vegan Food Festival will still cost you less than a trip around the world at Epcot by far, and I'm not even including the ticket prices. That is amazing. The chickpeas hold that flavor a lot better than like the yellow split peas normally would. So you just get a burst of it when you bite into it. It's almost like a savory gusher, and I like that. 4.5 out of 5 plus. So normally with the injera, you just unwrap what basically be a handful, and you just kind of pick at it with your hands. You get a nice little wrap of whatever you like. Mix it in. You don't have to have just the one flavor. The best part about Ethiopian food is just trying things. They do very good injera. If you never wander outside Disney property, they do have a vegan injera basket at Jiku. Their injera isn't the best, but it's a nice starter. If like maybe you want to try something Disney-fied before you try something authentic. This whole plate is getting a solid 3.5 for me. I would be interested in trying more of this food if they had like a brick and mortar.
Buzzer, I got chorizo, empanada, and a regular like cinnamon sugar churro. So I'm excited to see what they taste like. I hope that Universal takes notes. When you see a big empanada sign and then you have to get the empanada, then the empanada is like half the size of what you expected it to be. But it still looks like bubbly, super fried. You had 2 flavors to choose from, and we picked the chorizo, and it is a burstful flavor. Forget the fact that the empanada shell is like an over crisp wonton. The innards are incredible. I give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princess Peas item.
When you look at food, remember that size matters not. It's about the punch in the flavor. Get a nice filled empanada. There's no empty space in there. They definitely piped it full. We've got empanadas that have been like Lay's chips bags, so I appreciate this already. Now, the Brazilian Fun Foods truck advertises this as a pastel, Brazilian pastel, which is like empanada-like, but flakier and crunchier. Exactly what it is. That filling has a nice, what I would consider Brazilian flavor, a little bit of kick. Not spicy, but of the spices. Nice and crunchy. This is the chorizo, and I'm getting definitely chorizo flavors from that. Small but filling. 4 out of 5 points.
I feel like you can't vegan festival if you don't churro anymore. Universal started that. Wow. That takes me back to like Disneyland churro. Forget Disney World and their lame churros. This is like Disneyland goodness. I am walking on Main Street, the good Main Street. Wow. 5 out of 5. That's a Princess Cities item. I don't even want to share this with Bear.
We're not going to refuse a nice churro. I like all the cute signs in the booth, obviously, because churros are made different ways depending on where they're made. This being Brazilian style, they warn you that this is a soft center. It's made that way on purpose, and it's not raw. It's crispy outside, soft center. And honestly, that's the way I like my churros anyway. Normal Disney style churros are like crispy and dry all the way through, and honestly, most times, it just makes me thirsty. They're good, but I prefer this. That like punch of the cinnamon and nice soft center makes this an actual treat for me. 4.75 out of 5.
Alright, so look, I'm about to let y'all try a sample of some sea juice, like what I like to call it. It's natural juice mixed with sea moss. So sea moss provides 92 of the essential 102 minerals. So you're gonna see a big boost in your energy, a major difference with your skin, your hair, digestive system, pretty much anything that you can think of when it starts to a detox. Sea moss is the start of it. Alright, making sure you got all your minerals. So what I got for y'all today is my sea juice. I got mango passion and I got guava as my 2 flavors, okay?
He's allergic to mango.
You're allergic to mango?
Yes.
Alright, cool. So we're not gonna give you the mango, we're gonna give you the guava. Here you go.
Is this the mango?
That's mango passion.
I'm taking the mango. Oh. Oh, that's amazing. I like that. It's refreshing and like sweet. Mango sweetness.
That was something. It's like sweet but not too sweet. I don't like overly sweet things, and that's
I'll trade you some content for some product. Let me get my.
I don't. Hey, we're ready to
pretty.
support you. I don't need free stuff, but we just want to hear what you're about. So.
Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, bro. So, hey y'all, my name is Nature. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I got the best sea moss in the land, that real authentic sea moss all the way from St. Lucia. So you can come and catch me, come and get your minerals, your detox, nice skin, anything you want. You already know I have it the alkaline way, baby. So come and check us out. We got sea moss. I got variety of different flavors, mango, strawberry, blueberry, and of course I got different ice cold drinks. I got mango passion and I got guava today. Usually I have a pineapple, so let's not discriminate, but we had to put that out there. So yeah, that's a little something.
All right. Perfect.
I would love some corn soup, cane soup. Thank you so much. When Jeremy, the Orlando bearded vegan, first invited us out to this festival, the first thing I said to Bear was, oh my God, I get to eat corn soup king again. Corn soup king, and I did a little dance. Because I love me some corn soup king. So he's not here mixing the corn soup like usual, but he has a posse here selling the corn soup. So I guess we're gonna go with it, with the corn soup king and a giant piece of carrot. It's a roasted corn, which is so good. Imagine like a potato soup, like a roasted potato soup, but corn. same thickness, same consistency, just like a nice like roasted corn flavor. This is so good. This is a 5 out of 5. This is Princessity's item. Always get the corn soup king. Good for everything.
Princess' excitement over the corn soup king. I remember the corn soup king, not as much as the princess. She was like literally jumping up and down like corn soup, corn soup. One of a couple of she's really excited about. We just missed the weather for me to want to eat soup in Florida heat, but I'm not turning down corn or anything because it's literally a spoonful of knobs. But nice and roasty, nice deep flavor. Definitely giving corn chowder vibes. This cup, not enough. This is the kind of soup you want to like bottle and take home. Luckily, there are a lot of these vegan food festivals. If you're in Orlando, you can just do downtown. I know we're here on Wall Street today, but he does the whole greater Orlando area. We've been to ones in Apopka, we've been to ones near Persimmon Hollow. So check out his website. There's always new events coming up, and you gotta come out and try some of these places. Stuff like this should be discovered. Like the wilderness, it should be explored. 4 out of 5.
So we got the chocolate, vanilla, chocolate strawberry, apple pie, pistachio, pineapple mango.
Thank you so much.
Got it.
And then our social media is here.
Okay, I took one.
So I have this beautiful strawberry macaron, step aside chantilly. We got a vegan, gluten-free macaron. All of their macarons are gluten-free. Oh my god. It tastes like a chocolate dipped strawberry. This is the best macaron I've ever had in my life. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a Princessity's item. I'm kind of upset that I even have to share one bite with Bear. It's really good.
You see the way the princess's lies add up. The second you say macaron and vegan in the same sentence, she goes crazy. Kind of like me and anything pineapple. I'm gonna make the smallest bite. I'm not eating me. I'm gonna save her some of this. Maybe like the teeniest bit. The consistency of a macaron has to be perfect. If it's just a little bit off, you're gonna be able to tell the second you bite into it. This is that same delicate, fluffy, just like melts in your mouth sort of macaron. That is perfect. That we've had, you watched the channel before, vegan macarons before. This, so much better. Definitely Bear Sesame, 5 out of 5 claws. You see them, try this. Don't tell them we sent you, or tell them that we sent you. But either way, try this out. These are the reasons you should come down to this festival, because stuff like this, you're not gonna find anywhere.
If you need to know how to be vegan, I guess get some recipes and some ideas and maybe try Meatless Monday. That's a great way to start being vegan. Baby steps, right? Baby steps. You guys, I am super full and Bear's making me eat more food. This crab cake reminds me of a crab cake I got from the Heart Cafe in New Orleans. Like, it's really giving me NOLA vibes, but I am so full. I gotta take the smallest of bites. It is made from hearts of palm, so you vegans that are not okay with hearts of palm, you don't want to go for this, but it's the closest thing to fish, I think. It's a very soft consistency. It's not fish-like as far as consistency goes, but flavor is there. I really like the flavor. I just don't think the consistency is lending of a all fish cake. We've had many fish cakes on this channel, and I don't really think this one ranks very high. I'm gonna give it like a 3.75 out of 5 fish cake. It's good. It has potential, but it's too soft.
So we got this one from the Ox Way food truck, calling them the Fab Cakes. If you're gonna go so far as to call your food fab, I expect results. Well, we love a good crab cake. I love how they have like their house-made tartar sauce on top. It's got a nice color to it. The crab cake itself is very, but colorful. I worry about it being so thick because we've found with like vegan crab eggs, especially when they're super thick, they tend to be more mushy and they don't really get the sear they need. But either way, I'm excited for anything resembling vegan seafood. And that is the one thing that I have a hard time with. I love my seafood. As a bear, you know, if you don't know, that I love my seafood. Seeing what's going on here. I like the flavor, and the tartar sauce is amazing. I wish I take the tartar sauce home. The issue is that the hearts of palm, they're big chunks. They're not chopped up enough. This is a bit more processed. I think it would have cooked better, and you get a better bite overall because you get like a crab cake, when you get these nice hard chunks and stuff in the middle, which kind of throws you. If you're a consistency person, that might be an issue with you, like a texture issue. It has potential, but like those big chunks are completely throwing me off my game. 2.75 out of 5 plus.
Vegan takoyaki. So Bear is obsessed with takoyaki. I am so full, you guys. I am barely gonna take a bite of this, but I think this is what Bear has been looking for. Me, I'm not looking forward to eating octopus. That's actually really good. It tastes like a savory donut, and it's like a cake donut. It's a lot better than I expected it to be. I'm gonna give it a 4.75 out of 5 takoyaki. If I could get vegan takoyaki like that, like everywhere, I would be so happy.
So from here, this takoyaki is from the vegan Asian street food food truck. If you have watched our last international vegan food video, we got the goiza from last time. They were out of this. I love takoyaki. Before we started this channel, one of the inspirations for doing this channel was we took a food tour, me and the princess, in New York City around Manhattan. And one of the things that I wanted was like good takoyaki. And we found a place. And like takoyaki is like my thing. Now they have takoyaki sometimes at Walt Disney World. They have it at Yisake, but it's microwaved and it's absolutely awful. I don't suggest anybody ever eat that. But vegan takoyaki like makes my insides dance. Like it looks so pretty. You have all the colors and sauces that you normally get on takoyaki. The only thing you're missing usually is like the bonita flake, but you don't want, that'd be fish flakes. You don't want fish flakes on your vegan food. Smells like takoyaki. They use mushroom in place of what would normally be octopus, and it's seasoned and cooked really well. You get that same sort of texture. It's not anywhere near as like chewy as octopus, but like the way they cook the mushroom on the inside, you definitely get really, really close. So this whole booth is like Japanese and Korean themed, so they have like bitmap and goiza and everything else, and this is very convincing. If I could have this delivered to my house, I would go to seafood. This is amazing. 5 to 5 calls. If you see this booth, go get this takoyaki. I need for my takoyaki fiends, or those of you that used to be carnists or omnivores who used to love takoyaki, try this. This is amazing. This booth doesn't really ever have a line, and I have no idea why, because their food is amazing. This is small gummy. Okay.
Gummy bear.
Look at this captivating bread. Wow, good God. So tell me what you got going on here.
So this is sea moss skimmeries, Fairman Health sea moss skimmeries. You see it back here. So these are sea moss, rich in vitamin B, C, and D. It's also got omega-3 in there. So there's vitamins A, B, C, and D. It's got magnesium, iodine, calcium, and iron in there. So it's going to be great for increasing your energy. It's going to be great for your bone support. It's also great for skin, hair, and nails. There's tons of benefits to sea moss. And you can get it right here, fairmanhealth.com.
Let me hear you guys if you're having a good time. Woo, let's go. We out here. Thank you to our sponsors, Orlando Breeder Vegan, Vegan Events Orlando, Wall Street Orlando. Thank you guys for coming out here. I hope you guys like these contests. We got more. Let's run that cinnamon roll one back.
Well, that's been a fun-filled day of, from your #1 choice in food infotainment. Thank you to Jeremy, the Orlando Bearded Vegan, and Wall Street downtown for having this little thing, shindig going on for all the vegans. This festival is a fun festival, and honestly, we should have more often.
They actually do it 4 times a year, but we only come usually once a year. So definitely go on Instagram, check out the Orlando Bearded Vegan, even if you're just here for a trip, and see if he has any events happening, because he usually has something going on like once a week.
Yep.
And you can always find some good food or like clothing
Something
or some
going on.
option.
If it's not always something so large, they have smaller ones at some breweries around town, the ones out in Apopka, all over Orlando, then the greater Orlando areas. You don't have to come downtown. We know that can sometimes be a thing, but we had a great time here today. We had a lot of good vendors, ate a lot of good food.
Thank you, Jeremy.
If you want us to do this again, go thank Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy, from us. And the more you like this video, the more we're going to do things like that. So let us know in the comments below if there's anything else you'd like to see us do. Hit the notification if you want to see other videos like this. And
We have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, how are you gonna ever come back to any of these events ever again?
You heard the girl.